Okay, it is the end of 2025, and I played a ton of video games. So today I want to talk about everything that I played, go over it all with all of you guys, and then calculate all of the hours I have played just in single player games. That's really hard for me to count all the multiplayer games I've played and how many hours I've played with friends in those games. So we're not going to get into that. I'll maybe do like a ballpark estimate of what I think. We'll just go from there. So the first game that I played, and mind you, all of these games that I'm going to talk about will be linked in a playlist, at least on this channel, on this second channel, the RadKatz Plus. They'll all be linked in a playlist because I did little reviews, like quick reviews on all the games I've played, except for the ones that I will specify that are on the main channel. Those are main channel reviews, which this first one being a main channel review. This is The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is such a fun video game. It is one of those games that I've heard about for years and years and years. It's on every single one of like top 10 greatest games of all time lists that you should play. And I'm so glad that I finally played it. I first was introduced, I knew of The Witcher, but I was first introduced with the Netflix show. I really enjoyed season 1. Season 2 was fine, but then I dropped it after that because I heard season 3 was dookie. So when I found out that season 3 was going to be bad, and then Henry Cavill quit the show, I jumped into the game, and it is incredible. The combat is fun. The world is awesome. It's humongous. There's so many cool and awesome storylines. Seeing Geralt and Ciri's relationship and the whole thing of them trying to find each other, or at least Geralt trying to find Ciri anyway. Then you learn about Yennefer and all the other different characters, Trish, and it's super fun. This game is awesome. It's got some gut punch storylines. I fell in love with Gwent. It is a card game built into the game. Super addicting. So yeah, it's a incredibly fun game. And if you want to learn more about my experience with it, this one will be, it's a video I did on the main channel, so you can go check that out. And that one took me 65 and a half hours to beat. Mind you, I haven't played the DLC. I didn't want to go through all the game right away in one go, so I'll probably go at some point and play the DLC. Maybe after The Witcher 4 comes out, we'll see, who knows. Next was a game called Neon White. Neon White is a fast-paced speed-running game. It's like a first-person platformer shooter game. It's really hard to describe. Well, not really. I mean, it's interesting. It's something that I've never really played before. But essentially, you are trying to get through all of these levels as fast as humanly possible by platforming. But to shake up the gameplay, there are these cards you can get that they're like gun cards. So you can either shoot enemies with the guns, like a pistol or a sniper or a shotgun or a machine gun, or you can use those cards as a platforming ability. So like the pistol, you can use it to get like a double jump. You can jump higher. The shotgun like shoots you in any direction that you aim. The sniper rifle beams you across in a straight line. The mini Uzi drops you down. The rocket launcher is a grapple hook. So it's very interesting. It's got a little fun story too. The characters are kind of fun. I enjoyed the voice acting. Some of the dialogue's kind of cringe, but whatever. It's a fun one. It's a fun game where you go fast. Next we have the Little Gator game. This is a little indie game where you play as this little alligator guy, and you go around this world and you're trying to come up with this adventure because your older sister is like in college now and she doesn't hang out with you, and you're still young enough that you're using your imagination and still being a kid. So the whole idea is just you go around and do side quests and main quests for characters on this island while killing cardboard monsters that give you pieces, which is the currency that you can build things with. And I don't know, it's a fun little cozy game, and I beat it in about 3 hours. It also has a ragdoll ability that is hilarious. Next we have BioShock Infinite. I finally got through the trilogy of BioShock games. BioShock 1 was fine, and I don't think it was like gameplay-wise anything to write home about. I really liked the world and the story with the twist. BioShock 2 was way more fun for me to play as far as like shooting and killing enemies, and you're still in the world of Rapture. I don't remember too much about BioShock 2, to be quite honest, other than I enjoyed it more than one. And then BioShock Infinite, I would say, is the best one, and it was really cool. I love the world. You are in the world in the sky. I can't remember what it's called. It might be like Olympia or something. I don't know why I can't remember the name of the world, but it is super cool. There's a lot of breathtaking scenes. You get cool combat abilities and guns, and it's fun. It is a fun game, and it's got a fun twist too. It's yeah, I mean, the story is kind of what kept me going. I enjoy the gameplay and I enjoy the world too, but the story just leaves you asking questions all the time. So, banger game. Next, we have Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. This one took me about 3 hours to beat. BioShock Infinite took me 8 hours, by the way. Two Towers took me 3 hours to beat. This is the hack and slash based off of the movies. This is a game I had as a kid. I loved it. I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. It's my favorite IP ever created. I've got all the books. I've got all the movies. I've seen all the shows. I even watched the Amazon one. Love-hate relationship there. There are some cool aspects about it, but overall it's pretty bad. But this hack and slash is so much fun. Like, it follows the movie. You get to play as the characters you'll love. It has a lot of cutscenes intertwined, so like you'll start with an animated cutscene that fades into the actual movie itself. You get music from the movies. There's lots of fun levels. You can level up all the characters. There's behind the scenes content. You get music. You get interviews. You can unlock more characters and levels. It is a fun game. I love this game. I love it to death. I will always love it. I love Lord of the Rings. Next, we have Inscription. Inscription is a card game that I'm not going to even delve into because I think you should go into this blind, as everyone says that. It will avert your expectations. It leads you to believe that it's one thing, but then it becomes another thing. Essentially, it's a roguelite card game, and it's really fun, and I recommend you play it. It also has some horror elements to it as well. I played about 10 hours of that. There was more of the game that I could have kept going on and playing, but I didn't. I may go back at some point and do it. Next, we have Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. It's the hack and slash, so it's the sequel to The Two Towers, and it's super fun. This one is actually co-op. I played the hell out of this game when I was a kid. My cousin and I, his parents would let us go rent it from Hollywood Video, and we would play the crap out of it in a weekend, try to beat it. We would get stuck on the same freaking level where you're having to kill the Mama Kill and then save Merry and Arwen, and I love it to death. I love Lord of the Rings. I've played this game so many times in my life. I've replayed it with friends and family. I know pretty much all the secrets. I know everything about this game. I love it to death. Took me about 4 hours to beat. Next, we have Halo Wars. Halo Wars is probably like the first legit RTS that I've sat down and played straight through. Other than this, the only other one I can think of that I played was Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. I played it on my uncle's computer back in like freaking, I don't know, 2007 or 8. I don't remember much about it other than I enjoyed it, kind of. But it had the Lord of the Rings skin, so that could be why. This one has the Halo skin. And honestly, like, after finally sitting down and playing an RTS, I get why people like them. You essentially get to play God and build up this army and go slaughter other people's armies. And where this one has a Halo skin, it was super fun. The cutscenes are freaking awesome. The story was interesting. The game I didn't really have any trouble with at all until the very last mission. It broke me. I think it took me 2 hours to beat this. So many resets. I was struggling. I had to watch a YouTube tutorial, like step by step, because I was getting lost on the order in which I was supposed to activate certain things to beat the level. I think that it glitched out on me. So I don't really know. It's fine, I guess. I forgot to mention, of all the games I've talked about so far, The Witcher 3, which I did mention, but then also Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, and Return of the King, those are also main channel videos. The rest of the ones I've talked about are linked in the playlist of the 2025. Next, we have Xenoblade Chronicles X, Definitive Edition. This was announced and dropped within a couple months, I believe. I played this one back in March. Took me 77 hours to beat it, and this game is amazing. I love the Xenoblade series. I'm becoming such a big fan of the entire series. This one was like an MMO-esque type game. It came out on the Wii U and then released on the Nintendo Switch, and my God, this is amazing. The music is amazing. The world that you are on is amazing. It's humongous, too. It's like pure open world game. The combat is fun. You get lots of arts. You get different guns and swords. You can create your own character. It is incredible. I did at a certain point get kind of burnt out from doing the ungodly amount of side quests that you have to do. But at some point you unlock a mech that allows you to fly around the world, and there is no loading zones. It is insane. The world is huge, and you get a jet to traverse it at some point. I hope that's not too spoilery. But yeah, it's cool. The story was kind of but then the DLC that they added with the Definitive Edition wraps it up. So it's fun. This is an incredible game. I love Xenoblade X, and I'm glad I played this one. Next, we have Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. This is a game that I played a ton of as a kid. It is also the very first game that we ever beat as a Let's Play on the RadKatz channel. 10 years ago, back in 2015, was when we beat it. I think it was in like May. It was April or May of 2015. I was still in high school when we beat this game. So we did it, we beat it, and then this year, we, on our gaming channel, decided to boot that channel back up, and we're doing Let's Plays again on that. I played through it with all my buddies again, the Thievius Raccoonus, and it was a ton of fun. It's nostalgic, it's sentimental to the channel and to me for lots of reasons, and I still love the game. It's a fun platformer, and if you haven't played Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, I would recommend it. But also, I haven't made a video actually on this one. I haven't done a mini review or a main review yet because I want to do a kind of a bigger video on our main channel next year in 2026 about all the Sly Cooper games. So there's going to be a spoiler, another one I'm going to talk about in this video. But I'm going to do all 4 of them in one video, and we'll see how that goes. That one took me about 9 hours to beat. Next, we have Sonic and the Black Knight. This game sucks. It is not fun. I have played so many bad Sonic games that it hurts me. It really does. And the Black Knight hurt me. It was not fun. The music's good. I struggle with 3D Sonic games, and I did this thing where I wanted to beat all the 3D Sonic games, and I think I'm over halfway there. I'm getting close to finishing. I was doing about 3 a year, and then I just kept hitting a wall where I didn't like these games. They're not fun to play through, so I took a huge break. I think I took a year off of playing some of them, but I finally have gotten through the Wii ones anyway. So Black Knight, yeah, not fun. Wouldn't recommend it. Doom the Dark Ages also dropped. I played this one for about 13 hours. It took me that long to beat, and it's so sick. I have yet to play for myself Doom in 2016 and Doom Eternal, so Doom the Dark Ages being my first one. I know a lot of people were not happy with it, big Doom fans. They just didn't, they thought it was a little bit slow and lots of different reasons as to why they didn't like it. I, however, am naive and just enjoyed ripping and tearing through demons, and I had a great time. The music was banging. I love all the guns and destroying demons. Like, there's not much else I could ask for other than just let me kill things, and that's what I got. Next, we have Pac-Man World 2. This is a game, so I did a video on the main channel for this one, mind you. All the other ones, like, oh, Black Knight, damn it. Sonic and the Black Knight, I did a main channel video for. Doom the Dark Ages, I did not, should be linked down below. Pac-Man World 2, I did a main channel video for. It's a hard game. Pac-Man World 2 is a hard game. It's nostalgic. It's one that I played on the GameCube with my cousins and my uncles back in the day. And I had a good time. I never beat it, though. So I finally got through to playing it now. I played it on an Xbox emulator, and yeah, this is a hard one. I think I would have raged more if I didn't use an emulator with save states. So yeah, if you want to learn more about my experience with Pac-Man World 2, you can go check out the video on the main channel. The next one is also a video I did on the main channel. This is Jet Force Gemini. This is a N64 game that I played a ton of as a kid. Once again, never beat because this one's also freaking hard. Some of the boss fights are ridiculous, but I love this game. You play as these space troopers that are saving the galaxy from ants. Yes, ants, like the bugs. And it's fun. You get tons of guns. It's like an adventure game. You solve puzzles. There's platforming. Once again, tons of guns that you can find and use. You gotta find keys, you gotta save little bears, and destroy ants. The music's really fun in this game too. There's lots of different planets that you get to visit and different spaceships, so I recommend Jet Force Gemini. However, there is a caveat with this. If you're gonna play it on the N64, don't, because it's awful. Aiming is so pathetic in this with the N64. I would recommend playing it on the Rare Replay on the Xbox. That's the only way I would play it, to be quite honest. Unless you can emulate it and somehow map the controls to where they're modern controls, there's probably a way to do that, because if you don't play with modern controls, you're gonna hate this game. Next, we have Mario Kart World. So the Switch 2 came out with lots of controversy because of the price. People were mad about that. I wasn't even gonna get a Switch 2, but one of my buddies canceled his pre-order, or it was going to, but I just said I would take it, I guess. And when I got to GameStop, he didn't pre-order the Mario Kart bundle, and then I asked them if they had one available, and then they just upgraded me to it. So yeah, I played Mario Kart World. It's fun. It's got an open world part where you can just drive around. It's free ride. It's got Battle Royale. It's got tons of tracks, and they're gonna add, I'm sure, tons of DLC. So it looks amazing. The music's awesome. It feels good. It's more Mario Kart, and I couldn't ask for more, to be quite honest. Next, we have Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. This is one game that has been touted as one of the best like side-scrolling platformers of all time. So I jumped into it, and wow, it's got a ton of fun, really cool ideas and banging music, and is also incredibly difficult. I don't know if I would agree with that statement. I think, as of right now, of all the games I've played anyway, I think the best 2D platformer, the 2D side-scrolling platformer, is Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. If you've never played that one, I would highly recommend going to play that one, because it's super creative and funny, and I had such a good time with that game. However, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was still a lot of fun, but once again, is very difficult. They do have an easy mode where you can play as Funky Kong on the Switch version anyway. I don't know if that's in the Wii U version. But yeah, I mean, I still had a good time with it. I love the Donkey Kong games, and I had such a good time playing this one too. You know, there's lots of boss fights, lots of different levels and areas to go to. There's some fun gimmicks that they have throughout some of the stages as well. So yeah, I mean, it's a fun one. I would recommend this one. But like I said, if you have played this one and you want to play an even better one, in my opinion, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. Next, we have Minecraft Dungeons. This is like Minecraft meets Diablo, and believe it or not, I was actually enjoying it. It was fun. You go around and you kill Minecraft mobs. You get different weapons, different abilities and enchantments and whatnot. You can level up. Yeah, I don't think it's anything to write home about. I believe that I bought this game on release years ago. I think it came out 3 or 4 years ago at this point, which is crazy how fast time flies. But I never played it. It wasn't until now that I played it, and funnily enough, I played it on Game Pass, so it didn't even matter that I bought it. It's got tons of like DLC stuff too that you can play. I'll never play this game again. It was fun while I played it. I played it with a friend too, and to be honest, if I'm gonna play a game like this, I would much rather play like one of the older Diablo games, or not Baldur's Gate, what's it called? Path of Exile. So yeah, Minecraft Dungeons. It's okay. Next we have Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This was a fun one for me. It took me about 10 hours to beat, and I loved every second of it. Super creative. It has lots of cool ideas. The music is awesome. There's lots of little side fun mini games you can do. It has one of the best things that I think in auto-scrolling sections, where if you're playing a level, let's say, and you finish the auto-scrolling section, but you missed a collectible, instead of having to replay the entire mission, it will literally let you just retry that auto-scrolling section. So freaking good. I love it. It's got a lot of post-game stuff too, so the game looks awesome. The music's cool. The power-ups and abilities are fun. Boss fights are fun, although they get reused a lot, but had a good time with this one. Next we have Crysis. I played the remastered. I don't like Crysis. I did not have fun at all. The shooting wasn't great. The suit abilities were fine. Like, the game looks really good, but I did not have fun. It was very frustrating. I was getting stuck at parts because of how much damage some of the enemies do. So like the game really heavily, like it really makes the player rely on the suit abilities, which is cool and all. But I just wasn't into it. I didn't really care about the story. The levels were getting monotonous. I never had enough bullets with other guns other than the machine gun because nobody else used anything but the machine gun. So I don't know. Bullet sponge enemies, the shooting didn't feel good. But, you know, can it play Crysis? It can, but I don't want it to. I am, however, going to play Crysis 2 and 3 in hopes that the games got better, because this was a struggle for me to get through. Next, we have Sly 2. Once again, this is another one that I don't have a video on yet, because I am going to do a main video on all of the Sly Coopers together. This one was fun. It was not like the original. This, you know, still had a lot of platforming elements, but it more so revolved around doing little heists and then leading up into bigger heists. So you're doing, like, you go to an area, you have to learn all these, you know, a lot of information about whatever boss that you're going to crack down on and kill or throw in jail. I don't even know. I can't remember if you kill him or not, whatever. But yeah, a ton of fun. This game's super cool. I love Sly Cooper. This was such a fun twist on it. Do I like it better than the number 1 format? I don't know. I really like number 1's format. I think number 2 is a much better game. But they're different. They're different. I don't really even want to compare them because they're two very different games, and I love both of them. So we'll see how the third one compares. This one took me a lot longer, though. This one took about 17 hours. So next we have Fable Anniversary. Fable Anniversary, or just the Fable series in general. I remember when my uncle got an original Xbox back in like 2001 or 2002, and he had Fable, and I remember watching him play it. And I thought, wow, this is really cool. It looks like Lord of the Rings, kind of. It's fantasy. But man, I am glad I finally played this one. Like, it's got that old game charm, and I loved it. I loved, you know, going around and doing quests for people, and I could buy houses and rent them out to people and make money that way. There's tons of secrets to find. You can find tons of different weapons and tons of NPCs to interact with and do side quests, and then you got main quests, and you know, it's super fun. There's like betrayal and customization of your character. You can be a hero or a villain, which is kind of like the main thing of these types of games. So yeah, it's fun. It's got that 2000s nostalgic game feel with a surprising amount of content, and I loved it. I'm excited to play more Fable games. Next, we have Hi-Fi Rush. This is a game that I wish I would have played upon release because it is just that good. I remember when it came out and everybody was like, whoa, this game shadow dropped. It's a rhythm game beat 'em up, hack and slash sort of thing. And holy freaking crap, is it incredible. The music bangs, the story's fun, the characters are awesome, the combat is so addicting. So addicting. Like, this game is so much fun. Boss fights were fun. When you land combos and whatnot, oh my gosh, you feel like such a badass. And you're doing it in the rhythm of the song. Play Hi-Fi Rush, please. Of all the games I'm about to talk about, this is one that I would implore you to play. If you have Game Pass, give it a shot. Next, we have Dead Space 2. Dead Space 2 is freaking awesome. This is a straight up horror game. The atmosphere and the tone are set right from the get-go. The necromorphs are back. You're in dark rooms. This game is scary as hell. There were some jump scares that got me, but there were also just a lot of dark rooms that freaked me out too. It's got the diegetic UI, which is awesome. It keeps you immersed in the game. Dead Space 2 is freaking cool. It's super creative. The sound effects feel great. The music's awesome. The jump scares did not feel cheap. There's so many guns to mess with and level up. You can level up your suit. You got still that crazy space sections where you're flying around and trying to keep your balance and not get disoriented. It's fun. It's a fun game. I love Dead Space. I love Dead Space 2. I'm sad to play Dead Space 3 just because people hate it. But I'm going to find out this year why people hate it. Next, we have Bulletstorm. Cole has been telling me about Bulletstorm for years. He actually did a video on the main channel about Bulletstorm some years ago, and I finally jumped into it. And Bulletstorm it's a fun game where it's like just kill enemies in the coolest ways possible that you can think of. So that's kind of the whole idea is when you kill enemies, you get money. You get currency that you can spend on ammo, and you can spend it on upgrades for guns, which then you can turn around, and when you unlock new gun abilities, you can get more kills with those. So you've got like when you get a new gun and then you kill an enemy in a certain specific way, you get extra money because you're doing like little quests. So it's a ton of fun. And I think my favorite weapon was the sniper, and it's such a cool sniper. You shoot a bullet and then the camera goes to where the bullet is, and then you can control the bullet. So if an enemy is behind cover, you can shoot at them and then curve the bullet around whatever the cover is and hit them. So, man, Bulletstorm is a fun, goofy game. It doesn't take itself seriously, and I think I like that about it. So if you want just some brainless shooting fun, go play this one. Next, we have another shadow drop that came out this year, Hollow Knight Silksong. Hollow Knight Silksong is such a banger, and it may be my game of the year that I played this year. To be determined, I'll decide at the end of this. But Hollow Knight Silksong was so good. It took me about 30.5 hours to beat this, and I loved every second of it. I recently got into the Metroidvania games, and by recent, I mean within like the last 5 years. And holy hell, it has been such a fun ride. They are some of my favorites because it mixes a combination of exploration, which is one of my favorite things in video games, exploration with leveling up and discovering secrets, and then it's got Souls elements, which I love Souls games. It's got platforming, which I love too. It's just a combination of everything that I love bundled in one, and it's so good. The map is huge. There's lots of different things that you can upgrade and find. There's charms. You can upgrade your sword. You can literally change how you build your character, because there's like these different character builds which have like a main move with them, mostly revolving around the idea of like doing a down slash or a diagonal slash, or you turn into like a saw blade. So I mean, it's fun. What I love about these games is you go into boss fights and you get your ass kicked, but every time you go into a boss fight, you're learning a little bit more. You're reading the boss's moves. You're figuring out when you can attack and when you need to dodge, when you can be aggressive and when you need to be more defensive. It is so much fun. There's some boss fights that are ridiculous in this game. Mind you, I didn't beat every boss in the game, nor did I do like the post-game content. I just beat Grandmother Silk for the first time, and I called it there because I was happy, I was satisfied, I overcame a lot of hardships, and I didn't want to ruin the game for me after that, because I'm not the greatest at these games. I love them, but I also know where my skill level is, and I kind of just hang out around there. But this is such a banger. The music is freaking awesome. It's got so many cool soundtracks in it. I love the fact that it was an indie game, developed by an indie team. It was only $20, and it crashed a lot of these video game stores day one. I think it crashed Steam, Nintendo, and Xbox, maybe PlayStation as well. Yeah, Hollow Knight slaps. Next we have Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The multiplayer was fun. I played a ton of that with my buddies, but I'm specifically here talking about the campaign. It's more Call of Duty. The campaign had an open world section, which was fine, I guess. It wasn't really crazy. The story was all right. It had some mystery to it. However, about midway through the game, oh baby, there is a turning point where you're like, oh my god, this is so cool. The game literally straight up turns into a horror game at a certain point. I was so down for that. I loved it. I don't want to spoil it. All I will say is that mannequins freak me out now. So yeah, it was fun. Like I said, the first half of the game was eh. The second half I was in love with. I had so much fun playing this one, and it makes me sad that Black Ops 7's campaign sucks so bad. Next we have Assassin's Creed. I have never played an Assassin's Creed aside from, a fun fact, one of the first videos that we ever made on the RadKatz channel. I played Assassin's Creed 3 for about 10 minutes, and that was it. I don't remember anything about it. So I finally am getting into the Assassin's Creed series, 2025. They've been out since 2007. But I had a good time with this one. Like, the combat was fun. It's fun going around the open world, and it's fun stealthily killing people. The game's very repetitive and very jank. I know that parkouring around is like one of the best parts about the game, but it's also one of the worst in my opinion because it's just so jank. Sometimes it was really hard for me to direct my character exactly where I wanted him to go, exactly how I wanted him to do it, because he would just do whatever he freaking wanted. Instead of running up a wall, he would jump off backwards, or instead of running across a piece of wood, he would just fall off. Like, it was, like I said, just very jank at times, and I'm hoping that it gets better with the later games in the series. I'm sure it has. One thing that I ran into is I played this on Steam, and it was freaking out. About every 3 minutes, it would just freeze, and it was super annoying. I ended up figuring out how to do it because there's a gamer on the Steam page that linked a thing, because the problem was specifically with the fact that the servers were shut down. So I had to copy this server address and literally paste it inside my computer itself, but after that, the game ran perfectly. So if you're not going to play this on original hardware, whether it be the Xbox or the PS3, the Xbox 360 or the PS3, I would recommend getting it on Steam, but then also figure out that server deal. It's on the Steam community tab. There's a gamer there that helped everybody out with it. So yeah, I'm excited to play more Assassin's Creed. I think this one was fine. I mean, it kept me engaged enough to want to play more. So next we have Blinks the Time Sweeper, which this is one that I did do on the main channel. This is a game I had as a kid. I never beat it. I still have my exact same copy. This game is freaking hard. This is arguably the hardest 3D puzzle platformer ever made. Especially, like, it's the hardest one I've ever played. I struggled. I was stuck on the last boss for at least 6 hours, if not longer. In the video, I say 6 hours, but I'm convinced that it was even longer. This game is freaking hard. When I was doing the last boss, I literally quit. I gave up. I rage quit. If you go watch the video, you can find out more there. But eventually, I have this, tism where I can't give up on things, especially when I get to the very end of a video game. Like, I'm literally one hit away on this boss from beating the game. So I looked up the speedrunning community to see how they beat the boss and was able to beat it my first try after that. I think that Blinks the Time Sweeper has one of the most creative mechanics in video games. I mean, you are literally controlling time, but it's underutilized in certain aspects, and I wish that a game like this would come out and be innovative and take this game mechanic to the next level, because it's so freaking cool. Will we ever get it? I don't know. I mean, we do have Blinks 2, which I'm going to play eventually. So, yeah. Next, we have Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is probably the best survival horror game I've ever played. Before playing Alan Wake 2, I would say that it was Resident Evil 4. But my god, Alan Wake 2 is so freaking good. The story is amazing. The combat is fun. The atmosphere and world are freaky and cool. You get to play as two different characters that play a little bit differently. It has a section in the game where, like, you're in a hotel dealing with murder, and it's freaking me the hell out. Like, I'm playing this in the dark at night with headphones on. There's also the Old Gods of Asgard section, which was super cool. Dude, I love Alan Wake 2. It took me 20 hours to beat this game. I loved every second of it. This is by far, I'm gonna die on this hill as of right now. This is by far the greatest survival horror game that you can play. I'm convinced as of right now. So if you haven't, go play Alan Wake 2. Don't look up any spoilers. Don't look up anything about Old Gods of Asgard. Just go experience the game for yourself. Go do it. Go freaking do it. It was so good. Next is Walking Dead Season 3. I played Season 1 and 2. Loved it. I love following Clementine's story. It's super cool. I like these games because you got to make decisions on the fly, and hopefully you pick right. I usually try to just go with my gut and decisions that I would make personally. This one's a little bit different, though. You follow a guy named Javier and his family, so it's a little more, what's the word, intimate, I guess, because you're not just with a bunch of random people that you start to like over time, but you're with Javier's family. And there's already a bond and relationship established between those characters right from the get-go. And that kind of was how I determined all of my decisions. I kind of, catered them around the idea of taking care of this family as best I could. So it was fun. I know a lot of people didn't really like this game just because it didn't really follow Clementine. She is in it. Spoilers, I guess, but I'm also not going to spoil anything here. It was fun. I mean, at the end, I got the ending I was satisfied with. So, yeah, if you played this one, let me know what your thoughts are down below. Next, we have Rage. Rage, if I had to compare it to anything, I would say Fallout. It's like Fallout meets Doom, kind of. And it was fine. Like, it was developed by id and published by Bethesda, so it makes sense. But I didn't really like it. Like, the combat wasn't the greatest. I mean, you're in a wasteland, and there's not really a story. I mean, there is, but, like, you just wake up, you're saved by John Goodman. Like, it's literally his voice. And then you just start doing jobs for him. Like, you know nothing. You literally wake up, he saves your life, and then you're like, okay, I guess I'm doing stuff for you now. But, yeah, you just do a bunch of side quests and main quests. You loot, you get weapons, you kill guys. That's it. I mean, there's cars. So it's got a little bit of like Borderlands-esque in there. It definitely feels like an old game, and you need to make sure you save often because there's not like autosaves very often. But it does have kind of a lot of content as far as like, little fun games you can do. There's like a card game in there. You can gamble. There's races that you can do to upgrade your cars and stuff. So it was fine. I didn't love it, but hopefully Rage 2's better. Next, we have A Hat in Time. I played this on my Switch 2, so let me give you a little rundown here. This game is not playable on Switch 2. You can play World 1 and you can play World 2, but then when you get to World 3, it just bugs out and literally crashes the software. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I deleted the game several times to re-download it because I have the Switch 1 cartridge, and then I went to Reddit to figure it out, and everybody on Reddit was saying they had the same problems. So A Hat in Time cartridge is not playable on the Switch 2. So I had to bust out my Switch 1 and play it that way, which I'm glad I did because A Hat in Time was fun. It's a 3D platformer where you're collecting time and you go around. It's like akin to Mario 64 where you go into a level, you get the timepiece, which is like equivalent to a power star, and then you get out. And then when you get back to the hub world, you pick another one, then you go in and it's got different quests. There's boss fights, there's fun little side things, there's lots of charming characters, tons of voice acting. The abilities are fun, like it's the hats that you collect, but you can also change the abilities based upon patches that you get. For example, there's a hat that allows you to sprint, but if you get a certain patch, you can turn your sprint into a scooter. So yeah, I mean, it's fun. Like I enjoyed this one. There is DLC for it. I never did it. I don't know if I ever will either. I don't think it's the greatest 3D platformer ever made, but it's one I've heard about for a while now, and I'm glad I finally played it. I have owned the cartridge for years, and now I can cross this one off the list. The music's really fun too. I love the music and level design and the art style, so it's a good one. Okay, next we have Xenoblade Chronicles. I played this with me and my friends. I started doing a game club where once a week we all play a game together until we get through it. So the first one we chose, which we started playing back in May. That's how long it took us to beat this game. But we did Xenoblade Chronicles, and it took me about 78 hours to beat it. Mind you, we were trying to 100% it. I haven't done that at this point yet, but we did beat the game, and there's just a little more house cleaning things that I need to do. But I love Xenoblade Chronicles. I think that Monolith has done such a good job where I firmly believe, and I'm more and more every day coming to this conclusion, that Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3 are arguably the greatest games ever made. Everything works. It's got banger music, it's got banger characters, the world is so interesting, the story is awesome, the combat is incredible and very addicting, the exploration is awesome, there's so many things to do, tons of side quests, tons of characters to interact with. It hits on every single level. I love Xenoblade Chronicles. I love it to death. I'm so excited to replay 2 and 3 in the future as well. Okay, and the final one that I finished this year was Ball Pit. I played about 28 hours of this one. Ball Pit is an indie game where it's like Brick Breaker, but it's a roguelite where you go in, you kill, you're literally in like just a lane where you've got all these different block monsters that spawn, and you just throw balls at them. and you can unlock tons of new characters that change, you know, they all have different abilities and things that you can do. But then in the overworld, after you beat a level or die, like you lose the run or win the run, you get taken to this overworld, which becomes like this building sim where you can, you know, plant different crops. Like you can plant wheat, and you can plant wood, and you can plant stone. And then you have to harvest all these things by sending your characters out to break them, to bounce in them. And then when you collect materials to harvest, you can then build houses, which houses grant different abilities. They also unlock new characters. This game is freaking awesome. It was just like another shadow drop. I didn't really hear anything about it up until it was released. Day one on Game Pass. I downloaded it. I played it. I fell in love. So Ball X Pit, however you say it. It literally is like one of those shitty Instagram ads you see, but it's actually that game, and it's actually good. So I had a ton of fun with this one. Highly recommend it. It's one of those just turn your brain off and listen to a podcast or watch a TV show while you're playing. The last one I did want to mention too, because I haven't beat it yet, but I think I'm going to beat it before the end of the year, and that is Twilight Princess. I am going to be doing a main channel video on Twilight Princess, but that's definitely not going to come out until next year. This is a fun one. It's like Ocarina of Time, but super dark, even though Ocarina of Time was dark at points too. I love this game. It's super nostalgic. I had it for the Wii back in the day, so I played it on the Wii. It was like the first Wii game I got, save for Wii Sports, obviously, because it's packed in with it. But I remember my mom got my dad a Wii for Father's Day, which turned out to be Father's Day and Kids Day. And I was in love, man. I fell in love with the Wii. I fell in love with Twilight Princess. Had such a good time with this one. I love the music. I love the world. I mean, Ilya's theme is one of my favorite songs. Like, Saving Ilya is one of my favorite songs of all time in all the Zelda universe. So it's a good one. As of right now, I'm at the Snow Temple. So I've got 2 more temples after this one. And then just the final boss. So I'm hoping that I beat it within the next week. But yeah, I'm just going to throw that one on 2025 as well. But yeah, those are all the games I beat. I very quickly wanted to just go over games that I tried / dropped or am continuing to play. Number 1 being Elden Ring Night Rain. This one came out this year. Played a ton of it with my buddies. I played about 30 hours so far. I've beaten half of the bosses. I haven't beaten the others, and there's a DLC that just came out too. This is a fun game. I actually did a main channel video on Elden Ring Night Rain talking about how this is the best Souls game for new players, and I still firmly believe that because 2 of my friends that have never played Souls games, well, one of them has and hated it. The other one never had. Both of them jumped in. One of them put 100 hours into this game. He loves it. He loves Souls games. The other one just wanted to play with the boys, and he had a good time too. He actually learned how to play the Souls game, so it's good stuff, man. I love Night Rain. Then the next one is Vampire Survivors, which I've played it again. I played Vampire Survivors when it first came out. I beat it. I rolled credits. Now I did it again this year, and I beat it and rolled credits again. It took me about 30 hours to beat the main game. However, there's a ton of DLC stuff out that's out now, and I'm gonna continue to play the DLC stuff. So yeah, I love Vampire Survivors. I love these types of games. Next we have Repo, which is just a goofy extraction game with the boys. I'm gonna probably put 7 or 8 hours into this one, where you're just trying to collect these art pieces. You put them in a cart. You try not to bump them into things because you lose money, and then you have to do all that while trying not to die from monsters. Next we have Halo Infinite. I started this one with my buddies. We were doing a co-op playthrough. Man, it's tough because when I play Halo Infinite, I have such a good time. Like, the sandbox and the shooting and everything is so good. I love it to death. But I don't know. There's just something about it that just doesn't make me want to play it. I love the grapple hook. I love the combat. I love fighting the enemies. But I don't know. There's just something about Halo Infinite that I can't quite put my finger on. I have beaten the game before. I would love to beat it with my buddies, but I don't know how often we'll even get to it. Next, we have a game called Megabonk, which I also tried this year, and I'm still continuing to play this one. It's another one of those Vampire Survivor-esque games where you do runs, but then you it's like a roguelite. I enjoy it. It's a good time. The music bangs. The characters are fun. This one's a twist, though. It's like got a 3D twist on it, as opposed to like your typical Vampire Survivor top-down 2D one. So, yeah, Mega Bonk's a good time. I put 20 hours into it so far, and I'm going to continue to do it. Then we have Peak. Peak is a goofy game with buddies where you're literally just trying to climb a mountain, and it's hilarious. It's got a ton of goofy things with that. So I love Peak. I think it's a game that I'll continue to play with my buddies. And then the last one that I played for this year that I want to talk about just briefly is Call of Duty Black Ops 7. This game is more Call of Duty, and maybe I'm just burnt out of Call of Duty or whatever. I mean, I didn't buy it. It's just on Game Pass, so I'm like, well, I have Game Pass. I may as well download it and play it. And I'm sure I'll play some more multiplayer with my buddy. Like, one of my buddies loves Call of Duty, so yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I've heard the campaign sucks. It is co-op, though, and it only takes about 4 hours, so I'm sure eventually I'll play it. But yeah, that is it. That is my all the games that I've played in 2025, which the sum total of all the single-player games anyway that I've played comes out to 635.5 hours total played. That's not counting all of the multiplayer games that I've played with my buddies. So yeah, if I had to guess, I'm probably somewhere in the upwards of like 750 to 800 hours played of video games out of the year, that's a lot of gaming, to be quite honest. But it's what I love. It's what I do every single day. I love video games. I love them to death. I will continue to play video games until the day I die. And I hope someday that I can find a girlfriend that'll play video games with me. But yeah, that's it. Those are all the games I played in 2025. Let me know what games you played in 2025. Let me know games that you think I should throw onto my backlog, because it's ever growing, always expanding, and never ending. And I'm slowly trying to get through it, and I know I never will. But yeah, before the end of the year, I'm also going to do another video talking about all of the games I want to play in 2026. So stay tuned for that one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, keep it rad.